to celebrate the new year. Then here, 700 kilometers away from the Russian capital. Free of industry, Андриановки village looks like a replica museum of provincial Russia. It's indeed very picturesque here. Андриановки village is in Tambov region, that is in central Russia, in southeast of Moscow. There are 6 streets in this village, no lighting system, as you can see behind me, and the settlement is home to some 500 people. This could be just a regular village if not for one of its residents. Sergei, who's actually the owner of the house, he's now decorating the New Year tree outside the house with his wife and kids. He made his village very popular by creating a website where he now posts daily news about life and problems of common residents. And surprisingly enough, the village became very popular on the internet, and some hot discussions began after those news were posted, and now it's seen by many foreigners and Russians as a very lucrative place for some alternative tourism. There are some legends about the village as well. One of the legends suggests that in the 1970s, Americans said that they would clean up the bottom of the river, provided that they could take away all the drowned treasures they find in the local river. It's still a mystery whether there are treasures in the neighborhood, but one thing is for sure, the village boasts some picturesque scenery. We've been exploring the beauties of snow-covered landscapes and the houses here. It's indeed great, and I'm sure if an expat spent a week or 2 here, he could experience the Russian provincial life to the utmost.
Alright, and what's making the celebrations in the village so special, and what's expected in the village later tonight, Ekaterina?
Well, festive preparations here in Андриановки village, 650 kilometers away from Moscow, I remind, started in the afternoon. People started decorating trees outside their homes and also in houses. They started cooking feasts for the New Year table. I'd say that one of the most typical traditional New Year festivities and New Year activities is a trip to a banyan. One should understand that what Russians mean when they say banyan is a far cry from what Europeans call a sauna. A traditional Russian banyan, one can't imagine a traditional Russian banyan without this bundle. This bundle is often made of leafy birch or oak twigs, and after a good soaking and then light beating and brushing, your skin feels a great relief. It's widely believed that if you're in a hurry to go to banyan shortly before the new year, then you can clean not only your body but also your mind. And it's definitely a part of the provincial countryside culture in Russia. As for other activities, people here in Андриановки village are preparing for the concert, which is about to take place in a local Dom Kultury, which is Russian for recreation center. And unlike in Moscow, where you can puzzle yourself over where to go because there are so many venues, people here are not challenged with such big choice. The only place to go is this recreation center, and I'm sure younger generation will rock the dance floor. I also talked to a couple of elderly women here who've been living in the village for many, many years. I met a fantastic woman. She's 76 years old and she drives bicycle every day, and she also sings in the local choir. Take a listen, take a look at the lady.
This story is 70 years old. I got it in 1947 when I was finishing school. And every year I put it on my tree and look at it. It's a lot better now. Years ago we used to starve. I had to eat whatever we could find. At that time we didn't have any presents.
From the new year, first and foremost, we are expecting calmness, tranquility in our family, stability. What have we seen from the previous year? We lost our jobs. Now me and my husband have to work in Moscow, but we are still getting ready for the new year, preparing a concert. There aren't many people here, so we offer our help.
Thank you, Ekaterina, for that. I hope you have the best of time on New Year's Eve. That's Ekaterina Gracheva reporting live from Андриановки village of Russia's Tambov region. And now it's time for business.